what is biological fitness? So I found the following definition on the internet. The ability to survive to reproductive age, find a mate, and produce an offspring or offsprings. There's another definition. Moshe Feldenkrais used to say that biological fitness for him was the ability to move in any direction without hesitation, or at any given moment in any direction without hesitation. And you think about this for a moment, what these words mean. It's a very, very lofty goal to be able to do that. And I don't think there's a human being that can do that. But this is not something to do. This is something to aspire to. This is an ideal, okay? And the ideal of being able to move in any direction without hesitation is definitely something that's very close to what people do in martial arts. You know, it's this relaxed control of yourself and being able to do anything at any moment. When you move from standing to sitting, and somebody pulls the chair out from under you, are you going to recover? Are you going to stop and come back to stand like nothing happened? Or are you going to fall flat? So this brings about another subject, which I like to touch upon very quickly, which is gravity and ground forces. So Moshe was keenly interested in ground forces, in gravity, and understood very deeply, both as a physicist and as a martial artist, what gravity, the role that gravity plays in our functioning and movement. When we do our awareness to movement lessons, you may have paid attention to the fact that we ask a lot of questions about what is going on between certain parts of ourselves and the floor. You know, when we lift something away from the floor, is something else pushing down into the floor? You know, is there an equal and opposite? When we roll over, which different parts of ourselves take the work of leaning onto the floor and supporting ourselves in this movement, right? So these things do tie together, you know, the idea of biological fitness and that lofty goal that we talked about, and the idea of using the ground, using gravity, understanding that we are moving in the field of gravity, right? That those ground forces can inform us of what we're doing and how well we do it, or how inefficient we do it. You know, that's possible too, that we learn to recognize that when we go from point A to point B in a certain simple daily function, we always push a little bit too much. We don't divide the work evenly within us. We don't, you know, we strain in one arm but forget the rest of ourselves, right? So all of these things, gravity, division of the labor throughout ourselves, ground forces, all of these come together to inform us very important things in regards to this, again, this ideal of how do we move in any direction without hesitation, or how we begin to move in that direction towards that ideal. Okay? So I invite you to look at these a little bit, to look at these ideas, at these thoughts, and maybe it can help clarify just a little bit those things I mentioned in the previous videos I made, which were about, let's say, moving your shoulders in a certain way, yet paying attention to what it does to the pelvis, to various places away from the place that you move, right? And this constant investigation of what's going on inside of you as you move is, once again, very, very relevant in our work, you know. So I hope this clarified it a little bit. Hope you have fun with it. I will see you next Friday morning again. Take care.